The boy I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
Well, congratulations, Screen Rant, yes. So what were you most excited about to be able to explore with this movie?
Shall I let Artie get a word in? You get an answer in.
What's the question again?
What were you most excited to be able to explore, like, in Middle-earth?
I think given how important, I guess, the trilogy, like the movies were growing up, sort of my age demographic, it was just that initial opportunity to be able to think that we could play any part in reprising that magic for other people, younger than us, was just, I don't know, it was something that was like both exciting but also terrifying at the same time.
Yeah. No, that's it. It was incredibly daunting, but we knew that we'd have Phil, we'd have Fran, we'd have Peter. We heard Kenji Kamiyama was directing, so we did feel like we were in really safe hands to be able to explore this new character of Hera, and that's honestly what drew me in. That's what I found really exciting. But like Artie said, also,
I mean, when we started, they sort of had the blueprint to the story they wanted it to tell. And I guess, when we started looking into it, we started looking at the paragraphs and the appendices. And there's a sort of, once you started picking at all the threads, everything started to unravel. It's just a sort of like never-ending sort of stories or themes or different ideas that we could pull upon to put together a new tale.
Yeah, as it looked in the appendices, it doesn't look like much, right? You're looking at sort of 2 pages of text, but it's Tolkien. So you pull a thread, there's another thread, and then there's another thread, and another thread, and another. So it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how difficult is it adapting like 2 pages into a movie?
Well, that's it. I mean, because that's his strength. It really, truly is the world building. It's so fun to revisit the text. Because I had read it as a child. I mean, I grew up on the sets. I grew up with these films, but I hadn't been back to the books in a long time. And so to sort of look at it with this lens and treat it almost like a piece of history, it feels, you forget, it feels real. Like, forget it's fiction. Like, that was really...
It's quite funny because a lot of the questions we get is like, how difficult is it to extend something sort of short into something long, like a whole movie? And it's like, it was actually the opposite problem.
We get it. We're like, I see why it's
why
three.
these sort of trilogies upon trilogies, like that starts to make sense because...
Oh, truly.
Yeah. Just his writing's so dense and so rich and just so full of life that it is difficult to rein yourself in.
Yeah. What does it mean to you guys that this could very well be like the first movie a certain generation sees of Lord of the Rings?
I know.
Oh, no, it will be. And what's even more strange is that, we've been working with different people on the film and their segue into Tolkien was watching the Hobbit films first.
Yeah.
Which,
right. Yep.
And it's just like that, I can't imagine that. So then imagining this, it's...
And I think anime, like that draws such a young audience. I think it just naturally appeals to them. So it is really exciting, and the hope is that this new generation of people will be pulled towards Tolkien's work.
But that goes back to what I was saying before, both terribly exciting and both terribly daunting.
Very daunting, right. Yeah, it's their first thing they're going to see. It's going to make or break Tolkien for them, really.
To be fair, though,
which will make it.
We were surrounded by people who, I mean, let alone, Fran, Pete, and Phil, but like a lot of the crew, a lot of the art design, a lot of the sound team,
boys,
like
nailed it.
They were there for the original films, and so the DNA runs very, very deep, and so it's not all on our shoulders. We were surrounded by absolute masters.
Is there something that you can talk about that you were most excited to see come fully to life on the screen?
Ooh, you go first. I go first. Like I said, I mean, in the panel, some of my favorite imagery that Kenji conjured was Helm's last stand. It is epic in this frozen landscape. Seeing the Hornburg in the long winter with that frozen landscape, oh my God, that's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's a dark turning that sort of happens when the people are in this siege, and I think that's something that we haven't quite seen across the other 6 films, and I think that's a fun part of the film.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see it. Congratulations, guys. Thank you
so much. Lovely to talk to you.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne. You will live to regret this, old man.